What's up, YouTube? Today marks the end of my second week of this weight gain journey. Today and this morning, I weighed myself. I was at 134.9 pounds. That's just over a pound over last week's weigh-in when I was at 133.8. And right now, I'm about 3.5 pounds up since I first started out. When I started out, I was at 131.4. Right now, I feel like I'm right on pace with where I want to be at. My body feels a bit fuller. My clothes are fitting just a bit tighter, and I feel pretty good with where I'm at right now. It's still early on though, so I'm not expecting to be huge still. It's only been 2 weeks, but I'm feeling pretty good. One thing I did want to talk to you guys about though is the idea of maintaining and keeping with your diet and your exercise, especially when it's the weekend or when you go on vacation or when your schedule really just doesn't work well with your fitness program. For me, this weekend I was out on vacation with my family and some friends, and throughout the trip it was a bit hard to keep up with a good diet and stuff like that. My food choices could have been better. They were really all over the place, and I was also, I had a couple drinks. I was with the family and stuff like that up by the river, so we were drinking and we went to the buffet, and my diet was all over the place. I didn't eat my 3 meals. I just had several smaller meals here and there throughout the day. And it's not that I'm not proud of myself. I just want to hold myself accountable and make sure that you guys know that I wasn't perfect every single day this week. So aside from that, the week was pretty good. I worked out, another 5 days a week. I skipped out on the 2 days I was out on vacation, but still 5 days a week of working out. Every morning I was doing strength training in the mornings, different part of my body every morning. But like I said, the main thing I wanted to talk about today was the fact that you have to keep yourself accountable when you're out of town or you're on vacation or it's the weekend or your schedule doesn't work well, because it makes it really hard for you to keep up with your diets and your workouts, because you're with family and they want to spend the whole day with you. They might want to have a certain type of meal or eat at a certain time that doesn't fit well with what you've been used to. And of course, they want to have fun. They want to do different activities that might take a toll on your body or just might not be aligned with what you're trying to do at that time. It made me think about responsibility, and it made me think about how some people have cheat days. For those who are on those clean bulks, they have cheat days where they feel it's okay to give themselves a day or two out of the month to kind of splurge and eat whatever they want as opposed to eating healthy. Most people feel that's totally fine. I think it's okay too. Everybody deserves that opportunity to kind of give back to themselves, especially if they're putting themselves through a lot. And for me, spending time with my family and some of my friends and stuff like that is important too. It's just a matter of being responsible and understanding how much is too much, and trying to plan ahead as well. Trying to say, hey, if I'm going to be out of town for this many days, maybe I should pack, a certain meal choice, or maybe I should plan ahead and try to figure out if I could get some workouts in during the time that I'm away from home. I don't necessarily think that you have to do that, but I think it's one of those benefits where it's kind of like saying, hey, you're putting more thought into it and you're putting more effort into your journey, and you'll end up seeing some good results from that. And at the same time, going back to the idea of responsibility, it's a matter of understanding where you may have slipped in the past, such as with drinking or not eating right, eating too little bit, not working out for a certain amount of days and stuff like that, and really saying, hey, if I'm really serious about this, how much is too much, and how much time did I spend away from my schedule and my plans and my goals, um, and really trying to say, hey, I need to get back on track, or hey, this was just a one-time thing, and really taking that responsibility to say, I need to be in control and I need to put as much effort as I can to make sure that I'm trying to develop myself to get the results I want. So in the end, I think it's just a matter of moderation and responsibility, knowing when you need to get back on track and when you should have that time to yourself or time to spend with your family, and knowing how to balance those two. So with that, I'll share a couple of photos of how I look today. Like I said, I gained about a pound over last week and about 3.5 pounds since I started my journey about 2 weeks ago. All right, so very quickly, you can see the comparison photos here. Week 1 at 131 and week 3 at 135. Not much change once again. Very little in the shoulders. My ribs, you can kind of see they're slowly disappearing. Second photo, not much change in this one as well. Once again, just the ribs. You can see some more mass just below my chest where my ribs are. Stomach seems to be getting a bit smaller too. Shoulders and neck and biceps, arms all look pretty identical. And last one is my back. Pretty identical as well. It just looks like it might be a bit bigger, but I don't see much change at all. So there you all have it. That's how I look like at the end of week 2. If you have any comments or questions, be sure to leave a comment below. Hit like and subscribe if you guys like what you're seeing, and hopefully you have a good day. See you next week.